Good morning. Good morning. Let's see if I want this. All right. All right. Good morning again. Good morning. Good morning. Hope you all are doing well. I just wanted to get on real quickly. Um, I believe the Lord was sharing some things with me that I didn't want to be selfish with, right? So I decided to get on to share it with you. It's a lot. It's a lot. Before I share those things, let me go ahead and make a reminder about our conference in May, May the 1st at 7 p.m. We will be having our first night of Unrolled. The guest speaker is Apostle Kathy Feimster from Miracle Tabernacle International Ministries. And then we'll come back together Saturday morning, May the 2nd at 10:30 for some workshops. We have Jasmine Hutchins and we have Lavondra McLean as our speakers for the Saturday workshop, and we will also be serving during that time. That's why if you are coming, we highly recommend that you register. Good morning. How you doing, beautiful? It's good to see you, Miss Felicia. But it's highly recommend that you do register, especially for Saturday, so we can keep track of the food, and we want to make sure we have enough for every person who participate. Saturday, please, no children for that session. We want to make sure that everyone get the experience as they desire, okay? Especially during Saturday. Friday night, children are welcome to attend, but we just ask that Saturday that you leave the babies at home, all right? Because we want you to be able to focus, and we want those around to be able to focus as well, okay? So we don't want any distractions because we really want you all to experience what we believe the Lord is going to share. And then we'll come back on Sunday, 10:30, and our very own Minister Takara, she's going to be releasing the word of God. And if you know anything about Takara's gonna be very transparent, so but Unrobe is not just about telling your business, okay? So let me go ahead and share that. Yes, we have our tag. You don't have to expose me. I would expose myself. I really believe that. You don't. You don't have to expose me. I would expose myself. I would tell you, about me. I would tell you my weakness or my weaknesses. I would tell you things that I've overcome. That's the problem for a lot of people. We want to preach about certain things. We want to preach about sin, but we don't want to try to help people to overcome or show them how we made it through. Okay. And so with Unrobe, it gives you a safe environment to hear other people's stories, but also through the word of the Lord get an understanding on how you can make it. Because listen, I know we all got different personalities, we all have different styles, but at the end of the day, y'all, we need each other. We just do. We need each other because there's something that's inside one person that you may not have, but you need that person to help build you up. Okay, so Unrobe again is very intimate. It's a setting to where when you come together, not only do you hear encouraging words from other people, but prayerfully you'll leave out delivered. or feeling better about you and your situation, the things that you've gone through. So it is definitely a healing environment. All right. So I want to share that. Um, Outside of that, far as KPI, we're still accepting registration for the summer. Listen, KPI is a company. Okay. My company is a company. All right. It runs all year round. From the company, there is an initiative which is KPI Kids. All right, KPI e-learning kids. That's where you hear about the educational components. All right, that portion will continue throughout the summer because my company, again, it's an all year company. All right, so during the summer we will still be providing strong enrichment academic setting for students to help them not fall in between the gaps. And if they are, low, or they're demonstrating low as far as their math or in their reading, then we want to help them to fill in the gap. We want to help be the one to help boost them up, especially with their confidence and any other thing that we need to touch on during the summer. That's what we would do. So the summer months, they are aligned within certain hours to accommodate parents. But not only that, kids can still come to me, for tutoring still on Saturdays, all right, or off hours, okay? Because again, this is a company, all right? So it's just not about, getting kids at a certain time. This is a company, all right? So I definitely want to make sure that part was clear, all right? So now, this morning, I was on my way to the church, and something that should have taken or a route that should have taken 20-25 minutes ended up being over an hour. And as I was driving, I was able to see how the traffic was stopped. And so I could have burned off and, went another way. Then that still would have rerouted me, which still would have taken, some more time. Don't know how much, but it would have taken some time. I do know that. But I chose to stay the course. And as I stayed the course, I was patient. I was able to look around and notice some things. But one thing the Lord allowed me to see was something that could have taken, just that amount of time, end up taking a long period of time. And normally what we do is we get frustrated, we get aggravated because we know where we're trying to go, but it's that time factor. It's that thing that we feel like it's something we have done to prevent us from getting where we need to be. And I'm going to tell you, God really freed me during this hour and so of waiting, of sitting still. I had my music going, then I switched to some teaching and everything. I went back to my own teaching from yesterday, and God was showing me a lot of times the delay is not because of you. It's not because of you. So many times we beat ourselves up and we think, well, maybe I should have done this better. Maybe I should have done that better. Maybe I shouldn't have did this. I should have did that. If I had a made this phone call, if I had a just whatever, or if I hadn't have done such and such, then maybe I should be further than where I should be. But as I began to drive and as the traffic began to move just a little bit, I began to see, this thing is so true. It wasn't even my fault. There was one particular car who had stopped in one of the lanes. And so because of where we was at, no one could, we couldn't do anything but pull off to the side of the highway to get behind, or excuse me, to get beside of her, move beyond her. And then the other two lanes, they had to do the best that they could, to continue, because you got three different lanes trying to do the same thing, going in the same direction, eventually going to merge in to get to another part of the highway. But there was something in the way that wasn't just blocking me. Guess what? It was blocking everything else that was behind me. It was blocking everything that was behind it. And I want to encourage someone because, again, something that should have taken 20-25 minutes took over an hour. And y'all listen, let's look at it as years. We say we should be further. We say, well, if I had done this, or if I had made that decision, some of that is true. But then also some things could be because of other people. So, okay, we get beyond that one person. I looked over and I saw it was a young girl, and I was, said a quick prayer for her and, want her to be safe and everything, because to my knowledge, it was only one person in the vehicle, and she was sitting there in the driver's seat, window up, Car wasn't running, but the window was up. And so I'm thinking, I wonder if she's scared. Is somebody coming to help her? Why don't somebody just get out of the car and push her? It's going to block traffic anyway. But this is what I'm thinking. Why don't somebody get out, help push her car to the side? Because she was kind of in an area to where a good push would have just pushed her out of the way, which would have allowed the rest of us to flow, which would allow the traffic to flow. But needless to say, no one did that. And so the young lady was still stuck in her current position. So as I continue to move on, barely doing a couple of miles, finally get to a position to where I can merge on to 85. So again, it's myself, the middle lane, and then the lane to the right. We're all trying to go the same place, trying to do the same thing, trying to get to this certain destination, which is at this point 85. So, needless to say, I'm still noticing that something's going on with the traffic. Why are we not going? Why are we not, doing a speed limit? As I get on the 85, go down the road, I notice there's another incident. The first incident was a small Lexus. I forgot the style of it, but it was a Lexus, right? By the time I get to my next point, at this time, it's not a small vehicle. It's a tractor trailer. This tractor trailer had wrecked, and the way it went, I looked at the tire marks. It went from the middle lane, and something happened, of course, and then they ended up swerving over to the side of the wall, which that thing caused some more delay. What am I saying? Sometimes we get over these little small hurdles, but we keep on going. And then when you keep on going, guess what? It appeared to be this other hurdle that comes up. And sometimes it's not small like the first one, it's big. And so what we do is we get frustrated, we get aggravated, we get mad, we start fussing and cussing and hitting on the horn. Won't you go? Won't you move? Or we start just complaining about something that we have no control over. I had no control over the first vehicle, had no control over the second vehicle. No control. But guess what? I still knew that I had somewhere to go. I still knew I had a place that I had to be at, right? Now, what did it do? Did it mess up my time? According to me, it did. But did it stop me from getting to where I need to be? It didn't. Because guess what? I still made it to the church. I still made it. Time wise, not in my timing, but guess what? Once I was able to get over those hurdles. So, what is the word for you all this morning? This is what I believe that the Lord was sharing with me. And this is what I want to do to you because I want you to make it, right? I want you to be encouraged. And I want you to know that, yes, a lot of times we feel like things are delayed. We understand delayed but never denied. But what does that really look like in a believer's eyes who's trying to truly press, who's truly trying to move forward? I want to encourage you. Stop looking at the time, right? God has that under control. You just stay focused on what's ahead of you. Don't get sidetracked by distractions. The first distraction was what? Once I got onto the highway, I noticed, something is wrong. Should I have gotten off on another highway or, another exit? I could have. But this is the thing, a lot of people think like that. So even though I may have missed that particular area as far as being, caught in traffic, I still would have caught some traffic because that's what we do. When we see that there's an issue over here on the left, we bear off to the right to try to avoid it. But you're not the only one who's thinking like that. There's other people who's thinking like that. So now you done backed up traffic in another area, which is now causing other people to be behind. So my thing to you all as a people, you want to make sure that you're not the reason for somebody else being what? Being delayed in whatever it is God is calling them. And then for you, the other person, I want to make sure that you are encouraged to continue to push. No matter what, you keep moving. Even if you have to stop, inhale, exhale. Get yourself together and you continue to move forward because as long as you're moving forward, you're going to get there. It may not be in your timing. It may not be when you thought that you would. But guess what? If that is the ultimate plan from God, then God is going to see you through it. You just have to see yourself through it. You have to see that you are still going where you believe that you should go. Now, again, the problem is what we do is we bear off, we stop, we give up, we get frustrated, and we throw in the towel and we think, hey, this ain't for me. Well, maybe I shouldn't do it, or I'm going to turn back and I'm going home. Why? 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 Listen, it had nothing to do with you. It didn't have anything to do with you. This situation this morning had nothing to do with me. And I would have been foolish to just bear off and say, man, you know what? I'm going back to the house. I don't feel like dealing with it today. And we do that, you all. But if you can just push, keep moving forward. Okay? Keep moving forward no matter what. Don't look at the time. I know we do that, right? I know we do that, but don't look at it, right? All time belongs to the Lord, all right? Be encouraged. I will be back on for something else later. Maybe today. If not today, I know definitely tomorrow. So meet me here at 11 a.m. We're going to do lunch in the Word. I'm going to try to do it every Tuesday moving forward since we don't come together for midweek Bible study anymore. And we've moved to just having Friday night services at 7. Yeah, I want to just continue to try to keep you all encouraged. So join us, all right? So if I don't come back on today, meet me here at 11 a.m. so that we can continue to move forward in the things of God, all right? But again, if I can, I will. But if I don't hold me to it. Catch me tomorrow, all right? God bless you all.